class. All right. So just like last time when we meet online, we discussed the research process, and the research process involves 5 phases, and we are just in the first phase, no? And that is conceptualization phase. If you remember, during our discussion last time, the very first phase is conceptualization phase, which includes topic identification. And when you identify your topic, you are strictly reminded that the topic that you will be selecting must be aligned with your program of specialization. If you are pursuing a degree master in public administration, you go back to your major subjects because your major subjects are your field of specialization. If you are pursuing a MAED program, you go back to your major subjects because your major subjects in the MAED program are your major are supposed to be your topic for your research. And I was also reminding everyone last time, just a recap, I'm just recapping the discussion last time, that when you identify a topic, you must be knowledgeable about the topic. Aside from it is within your line of specialization, you must be knowledgeable about the topic so that when you write a research paper, you are confident enough that you know what you are writing. Because my favorite motto in life is, I have so many mottos in life, but my favorite motto is you cannot give something that you do not have. How will you be able to explain something that is not within your line of specialization? And take note that your line of specialization right now is your master's program. So if there are students here who are taking MPA or MAED, whose undergraduate degree is detached or different from the current master's program, ay kalimutan niyo po muna yung undergraduate niyo. Kasi ang kailangan niyo pong gamitin dito would be your master's program. And I hope that is clear. So that's how easy identifying topic is when you do a research. That's why I was telling you a while back and the last time that we met, that research is easy. All you need to do is just to allot time for research, and you need to do a lot of reading. No, I will no longer say comprehension because all of us would have this what you call comprehension. So reading is a requirement, and reading would require time. So allot time for reading. And if you remember the research process last time, if you still have a copy or if you still remember, the second step is review of literature. I ask you that after identifying an IV and DV of your research paper, you will review the literature. That's step number 2. Step number 1 is topic identification. Step number 2 is review of literature. It is important that in reviewing the literature, you have a topic in mind already. Kasi you cannot review the literature without the topic in your mind. Or else, this will not be step by step. Your research will not be scientific nor systematic. If you skip one step, then that is no longer step-by-step procedure. It's no longer systematic. So, once again, the reason why I skipped one Saturday last week because I would like you, I ask you to identify a topic and at the same time review the literature that are related to your topic. And I gave you access to EBSCO host and possible sources like Google Scholar and even DOAJ, or what we call Directory of Open Access Journals. So I hope that you found time, no? That you allotted time visiting those websites, because during this time of pandemic, those are essentials. Hindi lang po lugaw ang essential. So the review of literature is essential because you are not allowed to go to library of your respective schools because of the current situation, which is pandemic. Now, I have a question, whether you have reviewed the literature or not yet. Nakapag-review na po ba kayo ng literature?
Not yet po.
Not yet. So anong
Yes, sir.
Kulang pa, sir.
Yes, sir. Kulang pa po.
May nakapag-umpisa na.
Kulang lang, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, kulang pa. Okay lang yan. At least nakapag-umpisa na. During this time of pandemic, don't worry. Understanding tayo, no? So at least nag-umpisa na. Pero wag naman sana not yet. Kasi kaya ko nga kayo binigyan ng 1 week, no? Para makapag-review na ng literature, no? So, yung mga kulang pa, don't worry. I have no problem with that. What is important is you started downloading articles or researches that are related to the topic that you were able to select. And when I say topic, I am referring to your independent and dependent variable. Na-discuss ko na ba last time kung ano ibig sabihin ng IV and DV? Yes or no?
Yes po. Yes po.
Very good. So
Yes,
more or less you are already familiar with what is IV and what is DV. And the next step now is reviewing the literature. And in reviewing the literature, as I mentioned, you need sources and you need time, no? So I have here a question to you that you need to answer. No, I posted here a question that you need to answer. Again, you go to www.menti.com and the code is 90265971. And try to answer the question, why is literature review considered as no? Ano yan? Typographical error. I'm sorry, sige. I-correct ko na siguro. Sorry. Typo. Wait lang po. Wait lang. Dapat yan as an important.
Hello, sir. Pwede po magtanong?
Pwede.
Yes. Sir, kasi first time ko po sa klaseng yung ngayon na po ako naka-attend. Late
Okay.
enrollment po. So yung first discussion niyo po, sir, wala pa po ako.
Okay.
A recorded, discussion last time.
Anong subject ang iyong in-enroll?
Educational management po. Ngayon po, research po.
Research, all right. Are you in the group Eduk 202?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, mag-backread ka po, madam. Nag-upload ako ron ng recorded video. Tama ba? Sino rito yung, may nakita na ba kayong uploaded video sa Eduk 202? Ha?
Yes po. Na po, sir.
Yes
Opo,
po.
sir.
Okay, so yung mga bagong dating, walang problema. Welcome to the class. But you need to catch up by listening to the recorded class or video that we had last time.
Okay, thank you po, sir.
Okay. Ang gagawin lang po, backread lang po sa mga nangyayari sa buhay. Yun ang maganda sa ating online, no? Hindi ka tulad pag face to face, pag na-absent ka, minsan mahirap nang balikan. So na-post ko na po siya sa ating GC, pakibasa na lang po. No? O sige. I will post again. Going back to the main agenda, may question about Menti. Yun, tama na yung aking pagkaka-type. So my question is, you go to www.menti.com and the code is 90265971. My question is, why is literature review considered as an important element or elements of scientific research writing? So you may answer 2 or more word or words. Pwedeng mas marami, mas maganda. No? So you go to www.menti.com and try to answer the question. I will wait for your answer. Sige. Sige. Continue answering. I'm just here reading your answers.
Dok, pwede po paulit yung ano?
Yung
code.
alin?
Yung code po.
Ay, do you have your screen with you?
Yes. Okay po. Okay na po.
Nandun sa ano na sa screen. Code 90265971. Nasa screen din po siya nilagay ko para hindi na kayo mahirapan. Nakita mo po?
Yes po, Doc. Thank you po.
Welcome. So far there are 24 answers that I am receiving. As early as today, I'd like to thank all of you for your active participation. Yan na ang bagong buhay natin sa online, hindi na recitation na oral. Ano na yan, pwede nang ganyan, no? And expect a lot of expect a lot of activity like that, online activities. So I'm getting 80 answers out of 140 respondents or subjects. Sige, continue answering. I'm just waiting for your final answer. Right? There are about 105 answers that I received already, 107 and more, and counting. Continue answering because the more answers that you provide, the more chances of winning, the greater chances of winning. 116. Itong sa right side ninyo, makikita nyo kung ilan na sumasagot. No? At since ako yung host at nakasubscribe ako sa menti.com, alam ko kung sino yung mga sumagot dito. No? Kaya pag nagbigay ako ng grade, pagbabasehan ko to, babalikan ko to. Naka-record to sa akin eh. Naka-record sa akin bilang host. Oo, raffle yan, Louie. The more you provide answers, the higher the chance that you will win. Meron tayong pa-raffle ngayon. Hindi ko lang alam kung anong premyo. Wala pa akong naisip na premyo. So 138 out of 143. Wow, very good. Very good. Napakadaming napakadaming sagot. Gracias sa mga actively participating. Maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat. I appreciate that very much. Ibig sabihin, you're actively listening and actively watching and actively participating in our class. Hindi lang kayo nagbubutas ng bangko. Or hindi lang basta nanonood sa ating klase. Oo. Dapat mag-participate kayong lahat ngayon. Nakabotay ako ngayon, no? Oh. Sige, ito na lang siguro ipapanalo ko. Yung pag nakita ko, titinan ko mamaya yung mga sumagot. Mas maraming sumagot, ipapamigay ko itong bow tie na red. Free na yan, mahal yan. Binili ko yan sa Divisoria, 35 pesos yan. Kaya iingatan nyo pag napanalunan nyo yan. Wrong password. Ay, hindi ko po alam, Miss Delia. Kasi po yung lahat naman ay naka-in naman. So yan, basta galing sa akin, mahalaga. Wow! Touched naman ako doon. Touched. Sige, maraming salamat. Sige, next na ipaparaffle ko itong quote ko, no? Itong quote, paparaffle ko yan mamaya. Tapos next, itong polo naman. Gusto niyo ba yung ganitong color na polo? Medyo makulay nga lang. Baka hindi kayo mahilig sa makulay. Hanggang sa unti-unti na maubos yung suot ko. Sige, habang naghihintay ako ng sagot, magko-commercial break muna ako. So, I'd like to plug that I have a YouTube channel. Please do not forget to subscribe. And please do not forget to watch the recorded lectures, the recorded video lectures found in my YouTube channel. Pa-subscribe na lang, isang click lang po 'yun. Malay niyo magkaroon ako ng $1. $1 subscription niyo. Hindi makapasok sa Menti. Baka naman nasa Mento ka. Hindi ka makapasok sa Menti, baka nasa Mento ka. Okay, sige. Pamain na lang po. Murang halaga lang po yan. Pamain na lang po sa gusto. Ina-online selling ko po ang aking bow tie na red. And then coat na medyo may pagka-red din. Tsaka ang aking polo na yan, na maraming kulay. Pamay na lang sa halagang 35 pesos, mapapasa inyo na po yan. Huwag po kayo mahihiyang mag-mine. Una-unahan na lang po. Sige, marami na sumagot. Kaya lang, hindi ako makapag-proceed sa discussion kasi ongoing pa yung changes. Nakikita nyo ba? Palit ng palit yung mga ibig sabihin marami pang sumasagot, no? Sige. May nag-mine na ng quote. Naku, wala ka namang presyo. Dapat may presyo. Miss Delia, hindi pwede mag-mine pag hindi sumagot. Dapat yung mga sumagot lang ang pwede mag-mine. Ayun nga, Miss Daphne, yun ang inaalala ko. Baka mamaya ending niyan Taga-benta na ako ng mga damit. Hindi na ako lecturer. Online seller na ako. Sa mga maraming may sasagot sa menti.com, nako, meron kayong prize. Sa napakababang halaga ibibenta ko sa inyo. Alright, so I think marami na ako nakuwang sagot kasi actually you are given up to 3 answers. So kaya kung mapapansin nyo, 144 nang nandito pero 173 yung sagot. Kasi ibig sabihin, meron mga sumagot na 1, 2, 3, pero it doesn't mean na sumagot lahat. No? Kasi kung 3 isasagot nyo, let's say 2 na lang, 2 times 142. 144, ano yan, mga 200 plus yan. Eh dito, 175 lang. Ibig sabihin, meron pa rin mga hindi sumasagot. Sige, let me know, why do you think review of literature is important in writing a scientific research paper? Okay, konti na lang po, 180 na, konti na lang po, mga 20 na lang. Pabuti na natin na 200. Para talagang online selling, no? 200 viewers bago mag-umpisa. $181. All right. Before I process your answer, wala na? Okay na ba? Nakasagot na lahat? Pamay ng red. All right. Sige. So, meron pa mga sumasagot but I will already process your answers, no? So, first of all, thank you for actively participating in our question, no? In our Menti. And so, when the literature review is considered an important element of scientific research writing because it's true, first of all, malaki ito, tama to, itong malaking word na to, that your literature is your reference. Take note that whatever you write in your paper, it must be evidence-based. And it is evidence-based when there is a reference. So take note of that, dapat may reference. There must also be a basis, no? Basis in writing your research paper by way of getting, yun nga, yung sinasabi nating references, yung mga sources, tama yan. And the body of literature will also guide you whether your problem is a blind spot or a blank spot. Do you still remember that? About blind spot and blank spot? That you will only know that you are solving a blind spot or a blank spot after reviewing the literature, no? And it's also true that the literature is the foundation of your research paper. Without literature, you do not have a foundation for your research paper. And what else? Supporting details, yeah, that's true. It supports your research paper. So that's it. Yung mga malalaki dito, congratulations, you were able to get the correct answer. Because the theories or the literature forms part of your theories, which will guide you in writing your research paper and will become as your reference, as your basis, as your source, as the foundation in writing your research paper. Specifically, this literature will become your source in determining whether what kind of problem you will be solving, either blind spot or blank spot. So, once again, thank you so much for all your answers. All your provided answers are correct, but I only highlighted the bigger words because ibig sabihin nun, yung mga bigger words na yan, sila yung mas maraming sumagot dyan. So all your answers ay correct, no? So siguro, pwede niyong bigyan ng virtual clap yung sarili ninyo. Virtual clap for a job well done. No? Tama yung mga sagot ninyo. All right. So I'm done with this. I'm done with this with the menti.com. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sige, ako rin. Magka-clap din ako sa lahat na nag-participate. Tsaka mag-thumbs up. Tsaka mag-heart. Ayan. Lahat ng inyong mga sinagot ay tama. No? Lahat yon ay tama. So at least now I know that you have an idea of the importance of reviewing the related literature. No? So now let us proceed to the discussion, the discussion proper.
Sakto na yun.
Wait lang po i-mute ko muna kayo. Kung hindi naman magtatanong, paki-mute po yung inyong audio para hindi maka-interrupt ng ating discussion. All right. Now, we will proceed to the discussion on preparation of your thesis proposal. No? Later on, especially for those who are in the thesis stream, you will be preparing a research paper. No? Either through action research, either through chapters 1 and 2, 3 and 4, parang ganun. Depende. Nagbabago-bago lang yung format, but the contents are the same. All right? So, are you ready for our lecture? Pwede bang pa-thumbs up kung ready na kayo to listen? Pa-emoticons thumbs up nga po. Very good. Thank you. All right. So let's start. As I've mentioned to you, you don't need to go to the library of your respective schools because face-to-face is definitely not allowed. So all you need to do is to visit our online databases like EBSCO-host, DOAJ, and Google Scholar, and try to download articles. So usually, wait lang i-mute ko lang muna yung maingay. Mute. Okay. Reminder po, paki-mute po pag hindi kayo magsasalita. So if you download an article, usually ganito makikita nyo. You will see the title, the authors of the article, and then abstract. Itong maliit na to, ang tawag dyan is abstract. And usually the abstract is composed of 4 parts. Now what are those? Objectives, methods, results, and discussion. So those are the 4 major elements of an abstract. Objectives, methods, results, and discussion. So those are the contents of abstract. So yung pinapa-download ko po sa inyo, yun lamang po yung content noon. Kaya akala nyo pag sinabing related literature ay napakakapal na mga related lit. Usually ano lang yan, 10 to 15 pages. Minsan meron pa nga dyan 8 pages lang na abstract. No? But what is important, our topic for today is about reviewing the literature. No? It is important that after identifying a topic, you are able to review a lot of literature. No? Kaya nga kung meron na kayo na umpisahan, very good. Kung wala pa, not so good. Mag-umpisa na magbasa. Kaya nga ako nag-free day The free day is not intended for you to relax and chillax, no? And chill out. Ang free day natin is intended for you to read. Kasi hindi naman pwedeng ako magbasa ng literature para sa inyo. Pag binigyan ko kayo ng assignment, bibigyan ko kayo ng time to read, no? Because reviewing the literature is one of the essential components of writing a research paper. Magbabasa po talaga. Because literature, lalo na kung marami, hindi ko lang mailagay dyan ng 50 articles, can provide you possible inferences, hypotheses, or claims, no? And those claims can be used in your research paper, no? And they will become evidences. So, ibig sabihin, when you say something, that becomes your claim, and that becomes evidence-based. Excuse me for a while. Give me 1 second. All right. And you will notice that when you say something, it must be evidence-based. And how would you know that your evidence is correct or not? No? You will know that your evidences are correct or not if the evidences are coming from the literature. So again, it is important that when you identify a topic, what you call independent and dependent variable, that is very important. We will review, as the term implies, dependent variable is dependent on independent variable. And therefore, it must be clear in your mind the meaning and the differences between IV and DV. In short, yung IV mo cause, yung DV mo ay effects, no? IV, DV. Topics, variables, terms, they are synonymously interchangeable. No? Pwede siyang pagpalit-palitin. So when I say variables, I am referring to topic. I am referring also to the term. Pero to be more explicit, to be more scientific, yung variable ang ginagamit. And it can be independent or dependent variable. In this case, tingnan nyo, once you perform the correct method in reviewing the literature, kasi you need to read a lot of literature, tingnan nyo yung na-develop na icon. What can you see?
Happy face.
From the PowerPoint slide.
Smiling face.
Smiling face.
Smiling face. Kasi when you do the correct review of literature, when you do the correct process, you will not be wasting any time because you are in the right track. You are doing the right process. Hindi katulad kapag gumagawa ka ng research, pag mali-mali ang proseso mo, sayang lahat, nasasayang lahat. Until such time na gumastos ka na, no, naubos na yung oras mo, napagod ka na, mali naman pala ginagawa mo. But if you observe, if you follow the correct process in writing your research paper, like topic identification muna, dapat may IVDV muna, before reviewing the literature. So this is the importance now of reviewing the literature. And when I say topic identification, you must be knowledgeable of the different topics that you encountered in your major subjects. No, in your screen, you will see that there are boxes that are found on your left side. Nakikita niyo ba yung arrow ko? Annotate.
Yes po.
Okay, wait lang ha. Okay. So, dito, meron tayong IVs, no, independent variable. And dito naman sa kabila, you have your, sorry, para ako elementary, DV, all right? So the IVs, no? The IVs are composed of the following, no? Ano ba yung mga IVs natin dito? One of your IVs is employees' job satisfaction. That is one of your independent variable. Another dependent variable is employees' motivation. All right? And then another independent variable is school rewards or company rewards. And then of course, ang walang kamatayang demographic characteristics na hindi ko na masyadong pinapansin ngayon because of the Data Privacy Act. We do not want to get personal information from the respondents. So you will notice that your IV are the ones with with yellow circles, no? On the other hand, when you say dependent variable, you are referring here about employees' job commitment. So, as mentioned before, the dependent variable is dependent on the independent variable. Meaning to say that if there are changes that you make in your independent variable, it is possible that it can affect the dependent variable. In other words, job commitment is dependent on employee satisfaction, on motivation, on rewards of the company. Either you are in the school, you are in public offices, and also demographic characteristics. So this is an example of an IV and DV. Take note that your IV is always found on the left side. No? Your IV is found on the left side of your paper. Huwag niyo po siyang pagpapalitin kasi pag pinagpalit niyo siya, mahihirapan po kayo doon. No? So your IV, independent variables, are found on the left side of your paper, of your screen. So this is left side and this is your right side. Huwag po kayong malilito doon. Kasi later on, gagawa kayo ng independent and dependent variables. Clear po ba ang meaning ng independent and dependent variables? Kung saan makikita ang independent variable at kung saan makikita ang dependent variable. Meaning to say that job commitment can be changed. It can be affected by several factors such as satisfaction, motivation, rewards, and demographic characteristics. Pa-thumbs up nga po kung clear po ang aking sinasabi. Walang nagta-thumbs up. Thank you, Mr. Herman. O, yung iba. Alright. Sige. Alright. Thank you. So that is the meaning of independent and dependent variable. Na unang-una yung assignment na pinagawa ko sa inyo. The independent and dependent variable. And take note that your variables, again, must be aligned with your field of specialization. If you are in the public administration and if you have these topics, then pwede mo ito magawing topic. If you are in educational management and if you encounter these topics, pwede mo itong maging topics. Basta meron kang IV and DV. Just a reminder, you don't need to have so many IVs. Nagkataon lang na dinamihan ko lang. No? Gusto ko lang. Pero pwede namang pwede namang 1 IV and 1 DV lang. And then that's the time that you review the literature. Okay. Kung wala nang tanong, balik tayo doon sa figure. Balik tayo sa figure. I'm sorry. So now you know that this is your IV and this is your DV. No? So the first thing that you need to understand that is the line. Take note of the line. May nakikita ba kayong line? Oo. Yung line na yan, if I will amplify that, this is the line connecting employees' job satisfaction, arrowhead to your employees' job commitment. All right? Which means to say that you are hypothesizing that employees' job satisfaction can significantly affect employees' job commitment. All right? There is another line connecting employees' motivation to job commitment. Nakikita niyo po ba? That would mean to say that you can have an hypothesis that employees' motivation can significantly influence or affect job commitment. All right? And then there is another line, no? Line that connects your school rewards or company rewards to your employee's job commitment. Ayan, so meron ka ng tatlong lines. Kasi may mga meaning yan. Ngayon, itong line dito, never mind yun na lang ito. Wait lang, buburahin ko ha, para hindi kayo malito. Buburahin ko itong line na to para hindi kayo malito. Burahin ko na lang itong line na to. Ay, nabura ba? Ay, bakit yan? Wait lang. Sorry, nag-aaral ako ng parang grade 1 lang. Format. Ayan, parang hindi siya nabubura. Wait lang ha, hanap ako ng pambura ko ha. Para mas maintindihan natin. Kasi baka malito kayo eh. Ayaw niya mabura. Anyway, let us assume, ayan na, nabubura na. Let us assume na wala to. Wala to. Itong binubura ko na to, let us assume na wala yan. Na hindi nyo nakikita. No? Hindi nyo siya nakikita. Alright? At ang nakikita nyo lamang ay yung line na nasa baba. No? Ano yung line na nasa baba? Wait lang. Yung line na nasa baba is connecting demographic characteristics. Sorry. Demographic characteristics. Connecting the demographic characteristics to your employee's job commitment. So question, pwedeng sumagot sa chat box. Question, how many lines are there in that I'm sorry. How many lines are there in that figure? Asa ba yung chat box ko? How many lines can you see? Bilang kayo ng lines. Ilan bang lines ang nakikita ninyo from the figure? May nakikita ba kayong line? Ilang lines ang nakikita ninyo po? Ayun, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Very good. Lahat ng sumagot ng 4, merong plus 4. So kung flat 1 ang grade nyo, plus 4 magiging 5. Alright, so there are four arrows, no? And those 4 arrows, the reason why I am highlighting that, it's because that will be your basis in formulating a hypothesis. Example, employees' job satisfaction does not significantly influence their job commitment. Yan yung first line na yan. Yan yung first hypothesis mo. Sige nga, bigyan ko kayo ng time to come up with a hypothesis. Katulad ng ginawa ko, sabi ko, employees' job satisfaction does not significantly influence their job commitment. Sige, I'll give you 1 minute para dun sa remaining 3. Meron pang 3. 1, 2, 3. And then later on, tatawag ako ng volunteer. Sige nga, 1 minute please. Okay, time is up. Anyone who would like to volunteer? May nakita akong sumagot dito. Clem, would you like to read your answer, please? Clem?
Yes, sir. Employee motivation drastically affect employees' commitment.
Ay, Clem, parang maingay yung background mo, Clem. May boxing ka dyan?
Dahil lang, sir.
May laban ba si Pacquiao ngayon? Parang may yata dyan. Oo. Sige, basahin ko yung sagot ni Clem. Employees, motivation, drastically affect, galit na galit naman si Clem, drastically. Sige. Affect the, teka lang, yung Clem mo na. Affect the employees' commitment. Okay. Tama yung kay Clem. Pwede ko na siyang i-twist ng konti. Pwedeng employees' motivation does not significantly affect their job commitment. Tama yon. Meron pang dalawang natitira. Sige, basahin Joanne. Joanne, follow mo yung statement ko, Joanne, para tumama ka. More chance of winning. Wala pang nananalo, di ba? For sale na to. Kasama yung itong red, tsaka polo shirt at tsaka itong coat. Yung makakasagot ng tama. Joanne Grace, pakibasa mo nga yung sagot mo. Do you have an audio?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Sagot ko. Ayun. School rewards will greatly uplift employees' job commitment.
School rewards will greatly uplift. Okay. Sige. May tama naman. Tama naman. Pwede natin pasexin pa natin. School rewards do not significantly influence employees' job performance. So, pwede na yon, no? Nakuha mo naman. Kaya lang, binago mo lang kasi yung terminology na ginagamit. No? Kasi kailangan sa research ay measurable siya. Mahirap i-measure ang uplift, no? Pero yung influence, may katapat na statistics yan. Kaya pinattend ko yung mga nasa EDOC 203 dito. Yung sa research, stat, kapag sinabing affect, tandaan nyo ulitin ko affect, influence, at saka impact, ang ginagamit dyan, correlation and regression analysis. Tapos, in research, that is represented by the arrow. Itong arrow na nakikita nyo, may arrowhead na yan. Pero if it is a single line, direct line, hindi siya effect, hindi siya influence, hindi siya impact. Ang ginagamit lang sa kanya ay relationship. Relationship. So mamili na lang kayo doon kung line, straight line, or arrow line. Pero may kinalaman sa statistics yan. Kaya yung mga naka-enroll sa stat, in-invite ko din para maintindihan nila yung gamit ng statistics dito pa lang sa conceptual framework na to. Alright? So yun ang difference ng dalawa. And even ang gamit ng relationship sa statistics, alamin mo pa yan, what kind of variable do you have? Is it interval data? Ibig sabihin ng interval, numerical, or nominal, or categorical? Magkaparehas lang yun. Halimbawa, relationship between age and IQ. Age is numerical, IQ is also numerical. So, parametric ang gagamitin mo, Pearson R. O kung halimbawa, occupation and gender. O pareha sila non-numerical, no? Para sila non-numerical, and therefore, ang gagamitin mo ay non-parametric, which is chi-square. Kaya magkakaiba yon. Kaya importante, kaya isinama kong research and stats sa discussion, kasi you will never understand research without understanding statistics, and vice versa. It will be difficult on your part to understand statistics if you do not understand research also. Ano sila, mag-asawa sila. Hindi pwede silang paghiwalayin, no? So sige. Yung pangatlong sagot, okay na tayo sa school rewards. May mga nag-try, tama rin yung mga try nila. Tama yung kay Dr. Lydia Vilunta, congratulations, tama yan. Ito yung kay Alma. Employees' demographic characteristics does not significantly affect employees' job commitment. Very good. Perfectly said, Miss Alma Castro. No? So those are examples of hypotheses kasi marami, that you can draw, that you can develop out of this IVDV, the independent and dependent variable. So what's the lesson? What's the takeaway for today? It is important that in doing a research paper, first you need to identify your independent variable and your dependent variable. In terms of placement, the independent variable are found on the left side of your screen. Kanina pinakita ko na yung left side ng screen. Mag-annotate ulit ako. Left side ng screen. Ito yon. Ito yung left side ng screen. Left. And then, yung dependent variable, this is found on the right side of your screen. Clear? Maliwanag
Yes,
po ba?
sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So at least alam niyo na ngayon ang meaning ng independent and dependent variable at alam niyo na rin kung saan nakalagay ang independent variable at saka ang dependent variable. Pwedeng pagbaligtarin? Yes or no?
No po.
Very good. Raymond, very good. Hindi pwede magbaligtaran ito. No? Yung baligtaran is applicable lang sa ibang bagay, pero dito hindi applicable ang baligtaran. Na ang independent variable ay dapat nasa left at ang dependent variable ay nasa right. Yung arrow, pwedeng baligtarin or hindi?
Hindi rin.
Hindi rin po.
Hindi rin pwedeng baligtarin. Dapat yung arrow is pointing towards the right side of the corner. Of the corner. Parang boxing lang, no? Right side of your paper. Towards the dependent variable. So I hope that is clear to everyone. Any question about IV and DV? Before I move on to the next topic. Kasi gusto ko malinaw ang lahat para masabi nyo na after ng klase natin, napakadali lang pala ng research. Bakit tayo pinapahirapan ng ibang lecturer ng research? Napakadali lang naman pala. Pag nag-identify pala ng topic, simpleng IVDV lang naman pala ang gagawin. Yun na yun. Alright? Kung wala nang tanong, the next step is you review the literature. And as I've mentioned, reviewing the literature is very essential because that will guide you in your paper. And the literature will provide you with possible blind spot or blank spot. What is the difference between a blind spot or a blank spot? No? Na-discuss ko na ba dati yan? Not yet.
Na-discuss na po, Dok.
Sige nga. Anyone who can explain to me the difference between blind spot and blank spot? Madaya kayo, hindi kayo nag-open ng camera. Ako na naka-open ng camera, ha? Wala akong masilip. May gusto kong tawagin dito, yung nagme-message sa akin sa Messenger. Nagtatanong kung approve ang topic niya. Ma'am Irene. Ma'am Irene Velasco. Nandito ka ba? Ayan, nahiya.
Yes, sir, nandito po.
Ayan, very good. Okay lang naman na magtanong sa akin sa Messenger directly. Pero in your understanding, ano ang meaning ng blind spot?
Sir, pagka po blind spot, yung pong mga literature po ay contradicting sa bawat isa. Pagka naman po blank spot, wala pong literature pa na available na para makukuhang reference do sa title na o sa research na gusto mong i-pursue.
Topic.
Opo.
Okay, very good. So, siguro pwede natin bigyan ng clap si Madam Irene for the correct answer. Tama 'yon. When you identify a topic and when after reviewing the literature, the findings are conflicting with one another, we call it blind spot. On the other hand, when you say blank spot, after identifying a topic, you cannot find any literature. Lahat na ng websites pinuntahan mo na. No? Lahat. Kahit yung mga hindi dapat puntahan na sites pinuntahan mo na. Wala ka pa rin makitang literature. Yung mga prohibited sites pinuntahan mo na, wala ka pa rin makitang literature. And then that's you call blank spot. Very good. And therefore, to continue, after identifying a blind spot, your goal is to test the hypothesis. Whether the hypothesis on the influence of job satisfaction to job commitment is acceptable, is rejectable. That is a hypothesis. And therefore, gagamit ka ng statistical treatment. Pag gumamit ka ng statistics, may number o wala? Statistics, may number o wala?
Meron po.
Meron po.
Ayun. Pag may number, quantitative or qualitative?
Quantitative.
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 Quantitative dapat. Very good. Ayun. Tama yun. So, kaya pag sinabing blind spot ang nakita mo, the findings are contradicting with one another. And your goal is to really test whether that hypothesis, those conflicting hypotheses, are acceptable or rejectable. Doon papasok ngayon ang statistics. O, yung mga naka-enroll ng stat, meron tinatawag na steps in hypothesis testing. Assignment nyo po yan. Yung mga naka-enroll sa statistics, meron kayong assignment. Kindly look for steps in hypothesis testing. Kasi pag sinabing blind spot, you will do a hypothesis testing, and therefore, since meron siyang statistics, syempre, quantitative research design ang gagamitin nyo po. Clear? Clear po ba?
Yes, sir. Opo. Yes, sir.
Clear po.
Or head and shoulders? Baka head and shoulders ang gamit nyo, hindi clear. Alright, so on the other hand, when you say blank spot, sabi nga ni Madam Irene, after searching for the literature, after searching, no? After soul searching, no one is available. Kung kanina blinded ka, kasi nagkakagulo sila sa findings, kaya naguguluhan ka, blinded. Ngayon, blank. Wala kang makita. Kahit isa, walang magparamdam. O kaya, ginaghost ka. Hindi nagpaparamdam sa'yo. Ang tawag doon ay blank spot. No? Kaya pag merong hindi nagparamdam sa'yo, sabi mo, isa kang malaking blank spot sa buhay. Pag meron kang kausap at ang gulo-gulo at iba-iba yung mga sinasabi, sabi mo, isa kang blind spot. Hindi nagtugma-tugma yung mga sinasabi mo. Kasi magugulat na yung kausap mo, no? Research terminologies ang ginagamit mo. So dalawa lang klase ang kausap mo, either blind spot or blank spot. But kidding aside, blind spot and blank spot are the real indicators of research. Gagawa lang po tayo ng research kapag merong blind spot or blank spot. Kaya nga po, ang sabi natin, research is a scientific method or systematic approach in solving a problem. But the problem is, how do we identify a problem? Ito na po yun. We need to look for blind spot or blank spot because these blind spot and blank spots are what we call GAP. GAP or the gap. Hindi yung gap sa ngipin ha, yung mga tipong one seat apart yung ngipin. This is the gap in the literature. Ibig sabihin ng gap, ito yung mga problema sa literature. Huwag tayong kukuha ng problema na hindi natin kayang sakupin, na hindi natin kayang isolve. Halimbawa, problema sa Pilipinas ng COVID. Eh, ikaw nga, hindi ka pa yata vaccinated. Parang ganon. Yung mga problema ng Pilipinas sa kahirapan, poverty, no? Yung mga kaya nating isolve lang. And as researchers, being scientific would mean, we are referring to the problems in the literature, and that is the gap. Kaya yung magpapacheck sa akin tomorrow, na nasa EDOC 28, meron nang nagpalista ng pangalan, we will see each other face to face. Gusto niyo ba suotin ko ulit ito para ito yung suot ko bukas? meron kasi akong, yung mga magde-defense kasi, part ng aking advocacy, before sila mag-defense, ay chinecheck ko muna yung chapters 1 and 2 nila para masigurado ko na talagang tama yung paper nila. Dahil ayokong may bumabagsak, no? Ako yung klase ng educator na I want to teach you and I want you to pass the subject. So before you defend your paper, i-check ko tomorrow. So kindly take note na nga hanapin ko dyan ay ang inyong blind spot or blank spot. No? Meaning to say, if your problem is a blind spot, may hypothesis ka dapat dyan. Katulad ng binanggit ko kanina. At kung meron kang hypothesis, automatic yan. May statistical yan. Automatic, ang design mo sa chapter 2 ay quanti or quali?
Quanti.
Good. Kasi statistical in nature. Sige, baliktarin natin. Blank spot, however, upon soul searching, wala kang makita kasi blank nga eh. So you would like to generate, you would like to produce. Kaya meron mga tinatawag na, in the past, meron mga tinatawag na binuo nila ng mga artificial intelligence. Yung mga binuo nila na cloning. Narinig nyo na ba human cloning? Oh. Kasi blank spot, wala pang ganun. Sa Pilipinas ba may human cloning na? Wala pa, no?
Wala pa po.
Oh. Kasi sa ibang bansa, sikat ang human cloning daw dahil yun ang form ng ano mo, yun ang form ng iyong tawag dito, health system. Insurance rather. Halimbawa, kapag kinloan ka, magkakaroon ng kung napanood niyo yung pelikula na yon, pag nangailangan ka ng organ, ita-transfer na lang sa'yo using your clone. Parang gano'n. So kasi nga, walang makita. Blank spot ang tawag doon. So ito yung mga topic na parang wala pang masyadong ginagawa at hindi pa masyadong nangyayari. So wala ka pang mabasa about the topic. So that is what you call blank spot. And your goal in blank spot is not to test. Kasi kanina, nag-testing ka ng hypothesis. Kapag wala, anong gusto mo? Kapag wala ka, anong gusto mo? Kapag wala, anong gusto mong mangyari? Magkaroon. In scientific words, we would like to generate theory, framework, or hypothesis. Kaya generation siya. Generation is different from testing. When you generate, because of blank spot, your design is no longer statistical. Your design will be quanti or quali?
Quali.
Siyempre, wala na ibang natitira na. Quanti and quali lang ang option.
Qualitative.
Kaya qualitative naman ito. No. So yun ang difference ng quanti and quali. Meron pang mixed method. Pero ayoko munang i-mix ngayon sa inyo yun kasi baka maguluhan kayo masyado. Pinapadali ko nga ang research para sa inyo eh. Gusto ko step by step yung matutunan. Quanti and quali muna tayo. I'd like you to understand and appreciate the difference between quanti and qualitative research approaches. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Ay, salamat naman po. Before I continue, I would like to ask, I will be entertaining questions from the group. Kung meron kayong tanong regarding IBDV, regarding sa blind spot and blank spot, regarding sa gamit ng quanti and quali, at kung meron pa kayong mga naguguluhan sa buhay, kung meron pa kayong mga problema na gusto nyo isang guni, wag lang pera, pwede kayo magtanong. Wala? Wow! Ibig sabihin, napakatatalino ng aking mga estudyante for this trimester. No? Ang dali nila nakuha yung aking discussion. So sino ngayon, ibig sabihin, hindi kayo nagtatanong, naiintindihan nyo? Mag-thumbs up nga po kung naiintindihan. Mag-thumbs up nga po kung naiintindihan ninyo. Okay. So marami pala nakakaintindi. I'm sorry. Maraming naiintindihan yung aking discussion, no? Oo, very good doon. Dami ko nakikitang thumbs up. Sige, yung iba. Ano kaya yung sagot ng iba? Ayun. So marami nagta-thumbs up. So ngayon, since marami nagta-thumbs up na naiintindihan, ibig bang sabihin na dadagdagan yung knowledge ninyo kaya nyo naiintindihan? Papuso nga po.
Yes, sir.
Sige, nag-yes na siya. Sige, papuso nga po. Gusto ko makita ang mga puso ninyo. Ayoko niyan. Gusto ko po yung yung kumakabog-kabog. Wala bang ganon? Yung nagpa-pump na heart. Okay. So kung naiintindihan yan, so gusto kong balikan yung una kong tanong sa inyo. Naalala niyo ba itong tanong ko sa inyo? What are the reasons why you find research difficult? Sabi niyo, ang pinakamalaki dito, lack of knowledge. Nababasa niyo po ba? Lack of knowledge. Nababasa niyo po ba?
Yes, sir.
So ngayon, masasabi niyo pa rin po ba na as of this time, 2:25 p.m., May 29, sa palagay niyo po ba yung knowledge niyo ay nadadagdagan or wala pang nadadagdag?
Gaining knowledge.
Dadagdagan po.
Marami pong nadagdag.
Aba, dumami na ron. Thank you naman. So, kaya nga sino nagsasabing mahirap ang research? Kasi kaya ko natanong yan, I have a previous question na is the conduct of research difficult? Ayun pinabalik ko yung mga sagot nyo ha. Ngayon yung sabihin sa akin, kung ang research ay difficult or easy. Kasi tinanong ko kayo nito dati. Is the conduct of research easy or difficult? Ang sabi ng nakararami, difficult. O ngayong nadadagdagan, sa palagay ninyo, nagiging easy or difficult pa din?
Nagiging easy.
Nagiging easy na. Hopefully, I'm hoping na nagiging easy na. Kasi nga, ang kailangan nyo lang ay tamang proseso. No? Ang kailangan nyo lang ay tamang paliwanag at dapat ay scientific ang process in nature. Kasi pag ang subject ay sinabi kagad sa inyo na mahirap at ang subject ay hindi tinuro systematically at ang subject ay tinuro na parang pahirap sa buhay, talagang mahirap siya. Pero so far, based on our discussion, sabi niyo ngayon, nadagdagan yung knowledge ninyo. So itong lack of knowledge na to, later on, may erase to kasi at the end of the semester, tatanungin ko na kayo ngayon kung present pa rin itong lack of knowledge. Later on to. no? Later on yan. So, I'm happy na nadagdagan yung inyong knowledge about research. So, I'm now opening the platform. Ayoko kayong biglain. Dinadahan-dahan ko lang kayo para masabi nyo na talagang ang research ay madali. Nasa tamang proseso lamang po talaga, no? I am now opening the platform for any clarifications. Kasi yung paggawa ng chapters 1 and 2 ay actually nasa GC na ninyo. Nasa GC ng EDUC 202, EDUC 208. Ang hindi ko lang alam kung naibigay ko na sa GC ng MPA. Ang tanong ko sa taga-MPA, ano ang pinapagawa sa inyo? Action research or chapters 1 and 2? Later on. Yung mga taga-MPA. Anyone from MPA group? Ay, wala sumasagot. Sige, tanong ko na lang. Chapters 1 to 3, okay. Kasi sa DABSU, ang format nila is chapters 1 to 3. Ang pinagkaiba lamang po, pag sinabing chapters 1 to 3, yung chapter 1 ay hinati niya sa chapters 1 and 2. Ano yung hiniwalay niya? Yung chapter 2, ginawa niyang review of related literature. Yun lang. Pag sinabing chapters 1 and 2, ipinasok yung chapter 2 sa chapter 1. After ng introduction, ginawa niya ng review of related literature. Yun lang po ang pagkakaiba. Pero all the rest, almost the same. All the rest, almost the same. Yun lamang po. Kaya merong school na chapters 1 and 2, ang proposal. Meron ding school na ang proposal nila is chapters 1 to 3. Walang big difference. Nagkaroon lang ng additional and subtraction. Kasi pag chapters 1 to 3 ang inyong format, ibig sabihin yung review of literature ninyo ay nasa chapter 2. Pero sa chapters 1 and 2, kung yun ang format ninyo, yung review of literature nandun sa chapter 1 after ng introduction. Yan. Magtanong naman po kayo. Gusto ko marinig boses ninyo. Any clarification about our discussion? Sir Louie, may tanong ka ba? Sir Louie Yalong. Wala. Silence means none. Wala, all right. Kasi hindi ko muna ididiretso yung discussion hanggat hindi kayo natatapos ng pagbabasa ng literature. Kasi kahit gaano ko pasimplihin ang discussion, kung wala kayong nababasa na literature, ay hindi nyo rin po makukuha yung tamang proseso ng research. That is why it is important that you read first the literature after you identify your topic. Kaya importante na nakapagbasa na kayo ng literature. Kanina, narinig ko na hindi pa kayo tapos magbasa ng literature. So therefore, walang problema doon, no? Ang kailangan niyo lang is humabol. Raymond Arsenio. Sige nga. Tiara Medina, hello. Yan, nakita ko. Tiara Medina. Pwede magtanong. Sige, Raymond, what is your question, please? Paki-voice out para marinig yung boses mo.
Good afternoon po, Doc. Naririnig niyo na po.
Maano lang, maingay yung background mo.
Doc, tanong ko lang po yung ano po. Kasi nagdadalawang isip ako kung tama ba yun dun sa sinabi niyo po. Ang nakuha ko po kasing IB and DB po about sports. Okay na po ba yun o kailangan connected po? Kasi MAED ang kinuha ko. So dapat yung mga topic from MAED ang kukunin kong IB and DB?
Maed ka majoring in what? What is your specialization? Kung ang Maed mo is major in PE, pwede 'yon.
Hindi po.
Anong major mo? Anong major mo po, Raymond?
Wait lang po, Doc.
Sige.
Puputol-putol po.
Sige. Basahin mo muna kung ano major mo. Kasi kung PE ang major mo, Maed major in PE, pwede. Pwede yon. Pero kung Maed major in administration and supervision, hindi. Kasi hindi siya aligned sa administration and supervision.
Ayan po, Doc. Yung administration po. So hindi, palitan ko na lang.
Opo, ibigay mo na lang yan sa nagmamaed PE.
Hindi po, Doc. Thank you
Kasi
po.
hindi aligned sa'yo. Dapat naka-align. Kapag ang major mo is English, you should be working on an English topic. If your specialization is mathematics, ganun din. And so on and so forth. That is why it is important that you go back to your major subjects, no? And that is why it is also important that before you take research subject, you take first major subjects para meron kayong topics to be identified. Okay ba?
Thank you po, Doc.
All right. Sige. Meron pang tanong?
Doc, tungkol dun sa topic po.
Miss Riza.
Yes po.
Gusto ko,
Tungkol dun
wait lang. Gusto ko pa pag nagtatanong kayo, open your camera naman para makita ko rin kayo. Please.
Yeah. Okay na po.
Ha?
Kung sa topic po,
Ayaw mag-open ng camera. O sige.
okay lang po. Tapos sa topic ko po kasi, early grades po yung ang major ko po nung college. And then I'm teaching grade 1. Ang topic ko po kasi,
Major mo ngayon. Anong major
po,
mo?
ay MAED po. Management and Supervision po.
Administration
And how to survive.
and supervision.
Pwede po ba yung how to survive beginning readers in time of pandemic?
Parang hindi siya pang admin and supervision. Parang pang early childhood siya.
Okay po. Sa papalitan po.
Dapat pang admin and supervision. Balikan mo ulit yung mga major subjects mo ng admin and supervision. Miss Maricel, you are acknowledged, please. Miss Maricel.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon po.
Yes po.
Ask ko lang po kung tama po itong topic na napili ko. Kinuha ko po ito, sir, sa Human and Public Relation, EDUM 203 namin. Ang pinili ko pong topic is workplace conflict and work performance. Okay po ba yun, sir?
Sounds good. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Apo, workplace conflict and work performance. Okay na po yun, sir.
Sounds good.
Ay, okay, sir. Kasi nag-search din po ako dun sa, yung binigay niyo pong web. May mga nakita naman po ako. Although hindi ko lang po na-download pa yung iba. Okay na po.
Okay, sounds good. Hindi ko lang alam if it tastes even better.
Okay.
Kasi depende pa yan sa pagkakasulat mo.
Apo. Thank you, sir.
Okay, next, Miss Irene, please.
Sir, thank you po. Hindi po ako makapag-open ng camera at nahihiya ako sa damit. Kayo po'y napaka-formal.
Hindi, hubarin ko na para hindi ako formal.
Hindi po, joke lang po. Sir, regarding dun po sa topic ko, bali, sa akin po kasi ay tungkol po sa challenges faced by novice principals. Tapos, yun pong professional development training po nila ang topic ko po. Ang medyo nahihirapan po kasi ko yung sa instrument na gagamitin. Pag po ba may nakita akong instrument, paano po i-state, kasi i-adapt ko lang po yun. Kailangan ko po bang sumulat pa o mag-email dun sa gumawa ng research, o dahil nakapublish naman po siya, ibig sabihin pwede na pong gamitin yun?
You need to write a letter and you will present that during the proposal defense. Tapos hahanapin mo, if you read my, kindly read back, read again my lecture on chapters 1 and 2. There should be a reliability index or Cronbach's alpha of the instrument.
Meron, paano po, yung po, hindi po ako familiar doon sa ano na yun yung instrument na yun, Cronbach's alpha. I-test po yun nun, gamit po yun.
Ano yan? Dalawa yan. Either dalhin mo bukas pag nagpa-check ka, nakita ko yung pangalan mo, magpapacheck ka, no?
Opo.
Dalhin mo bukas yung pinaka-article kung saan mo nakuha yung instrument, or i-email mo yung author and ask him of the Cronbach's alpha.
Opo. Sige po.
Yun ang dalawa.
Opo.
Anyway,
Thank you po.
lahat na magpapacheck bukas, expect na kapag hindi po masasapanlasa ko yung paper ninyo, I will revise it. That's why I will check. Actually, parang aayusin ko na rin, para na rin ako advisor, parang ganun.
Okay. So thank you po, sir.
No problem. So meron pa ba? Sa MPA group, meron kayong katanungan regarding sa discussion natin? Wala naman?
Sir,
Yes, Miss Jocelyn.
sir, tanong ko lang po, yung topic po kasi o yung parang naisip ko lang pong title just in case po. Kung okay lang po yung technology proficiency of teachers and its relation to pupils' academic performance at Kamachilian Elementary School po, sir.
Nasa EDOC 208 ka ba?
Hindi, wala pa po, sir.
EDOC
2 pa lang po. Opo.
O, di sige, for the meantime, ipagpatuloy mo yan. Pero pagdating sa EDOC 208, i-check ko na yan. Pero,
Opo.
as part of the
Pero po kung doon po sa 202 na sa chapter 1 and 2 po natin na output, pwede na po yung title ko po, sir.
Yes po.
Okay po. Salamat po, sir. Thank you po.
Welcome. Ang mahalaga kasi yung EDOC 208, yung magde-defense, ma-check ko yung paper niyo before ko kayo isalang sa defense, no? O di sige. Alright, so may tanong pa ba? May tanong pa? Okay, kung wala na, I think we are done. Yun lang muna. Ang pinakamahalaga ay mag-identify kayo ng topic, yung tamang topic katulad ng ginawa ko kanina, IBDB, nasa left, nasa right, and then mag-review kayo ng literature. So, for the last time around, when you say it is blind spot, it will happen when kita nyo yung nasa screen.
Yes, sir.
All right. For example, you were able to read 20 articles about employees' job satisfaction and job commitment. About 20 pa lang nabasa mo. Pero 15 authors found out that there is a significant effect. Pag sinabing check, significant effect on employees' job commitment. However, there are 5 authors, yung X na yan, ibig sabihin, who found out that job satisfaction does not significantly affect employees' job commitment. So ganito yung gagawin yung parang matrix, parang illustration. Para madali kong malaman kung merong blind spot kaagad. No? Paano naman malalaman kung merong blank spot? Ito sa demographic characteristics, 0, 0. Ibig sabihin, walang nakasulat, wala pang paper about effects of demographic characteristics of employees' job commitment. Sample lang yan. Para ma-illustrate ko lang yung meaning ng blind spot, no? Yung meaning ng blind spot at saka blank spot. All right? Yan lang po yung ginamit kong sample para malaman nyo. So therefore, dito, parang lumalabas dito na ito ay blank spot. No? Ito naman nasa kabila, parang lumalabas na itong tatlo ay merong blind spot kasi merong contradicting findings or conflicting findings. Ngayon, since nasa masteral pa lang naman kayo, pwede namang mamili kayo diyan. Bawa, one pair lang, pwede na. Kaya ko lang dinamihan kasi just in case parang ayaw nyo mag-qualitative, katulad nito, pang qualito, pwede kayong mag-quanti. Ito yun. Mamimili lang kayo. Pwedeng 1 IV, 1 DV, or pwede naman 2 DVs and 2 IVs and 1 DV, no? Ito yung IVs mo, itong dalawa, tapos ito yung isa mong DV, pwede yan. No? O pwede rin namang isa. It's up to you. No? Yun ang ibig kong sabihin diyan. It's up to you, kayo magde-decide kung ilang variables ang sasama nyo, kung ilang IV tsaka DV. Pero what is important is that there must be a reason why you would like to conduct the study. And the reason why you would like to conduct the study is that there is a blind spot or blank spot. Yun ang sinasabi nating problem that you would like to solve. No? So I think I've done for today. Hindi ko muna i-further yung aking discussion kasi I will give you more time to read. So after today, it's already 2:44 going to 3. Kayo po ay magbabasa na ng literature at maghahanap na po ng blind spot and blank spot. Any more clarifications? Last na lang. Meron pa ba before we end? Wala na? Okay. Silence means none. No? So kung wala na, pwede tayo yung gusto ng group picture, pwede rin naman po, pwede mag-group picture. Ano ko na yung breakout session. Pumunta na po sa MPA group, yung mga taga MPA, at tapos yung mga taga MAED, pumunta na po sa MAED. Yung MPA na sinasabi ko po rito, ito po yung mga DAVSO group MPA. Hindi po yung Bulacan group na MPA. Kasi may nakita ko kanina, may mga nagjo-join na MPA group pero Bulacan ang kanilang Bulacan ang kanilang station. Sige po. Pa-join na kayo sa group para sa sa class picture. Ako yung principal, kayo yung mga estudyante. Para sa class picture kasi ang MPA ay gusto nila magkaroon ng group picture. Pero yung MAED, kung ayaw nyo mag-group picture, pwede rin naman, you are not obliged to join the group. No? Ito ay para lamang po sa mga gusto magkaroon ng sige po, naka-open na yung ating yung ating grupo. Lipat na po kayo sa MPA and MAED. So sa MPA meron ako nakikitang 18 at sa MAED meron ng 20, 21. Sige. Breakout rooms po 'yan. Pupuntahan ko kayo diyan after yung umalis dito sa main room. Ito po ang main room na sinasabi natin. Tama-tama, hindi masasayang itong itong aking itong aking red na bow tie. Ikaw Mr. Medina, saan ka pupunta? Sa MPA or sa MAED? Welcome, Joel. No problem. Welcome sa lahat. Sige, punta na kayo sa breakout rooms kasi pupunta na ako sa rooms para sa group picture. Kasi ang group picture is according to program. So sa MPA meron ng 24, pero yung MPA na sinasabi ko rito hindi yung Bulacan group ha. Hindi to yung pang Bulacan group. Meron lang mga pumasok. Like si Sir Danny, alam ko ano yan eh. Under ng Bulacan group yan. Oo, nag-ano lang yan. Siguro, nag-advanced lesson. Pag ganun talaga yung mga matatalino, nag-advanced lesson eh. Mga ano yan, mga studios. Sige. Pero yung ayaw naman ng group picture, pwede namang mag-leave na. Pwede, you are not obliged na sumama sa group picture. Yung sit in, pwede ring sumama if you want. Sit in sa MAED pwede kung kayo ay taga MAED. Pero yung MPA, hindi pwedeng sit in sa MPA kasi purely purely Pampanga group yon, yung MPA. So mauna na ako sa MPA, antayin ko na lang kayo sa MAED ha. Pupunta muna ako sa MPA, I will join them. See you, lilipat ako ng MAED later, no? Alright, nandito na ba ang lahat ng MPA? Ayan ha. Salamat sa classmate ninyo na nag-work sa Zoom. Natutunan ko ang mga breakout rooms. Marunong ako maghiwa-hiwalay ngayon ng puti sa decolor. Okay. Siyempre, kung gusto niyo magpa-picture, ay dapat ay naka-open yung camera ninyo. I-check nyo lang kung taga dito ba talaga yung mga nandiyan. Baka mamaya may naliligaw dito. Kasi meron ding MPA na Bulacan group. Mark Russell, taga saan ka? Ngayon lang kita nakita. Taga dito ka ba?
Ay, yes po, sir. Nasa last meeting po ako, sir.
Joke lang. Ikaw naman, joke lang kita eh. At ano kayo rito? Nakita ko rito ay ang MPA ilan ba kayo? Yung group leader niyo, paki-check na lang kung complete na kayo para makapag-picture na. Oh, sakto pinagandaan ko to. Maganda magiging.
Sir AJ, Sir John Ezekiel, Sir Ryan, Sir Clem, pa-open po ng camera po.
Open the camera so that we could start picture our
Siya po may
photo
mga
op.
nag-cheering na mga bata dito po sa amin.
Ayun, cheering, okay lang.
Opo. Okay. May cheering competition po kasi kami. Okay, everyone, please smile. In 3, wait, sa print screen. 2, 1. Okay, next po. Okay.
Meron pa?
Ma'am Eileen, please po.
Miss Daphne,
Sir.
dapat maayos si tsura ko dyan ha. Pang international tong suot ko na to.
Yes, sir. On your marks po. Please smile. Sir Migs. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Alright, sige. So, thank you so much. And hope
Sir, okay
Thank you
lang
po.
EPM ka namin or yung mga nag-ask for approval of the title,
sure doon sa GC natin.
sir, or yung mga nahihiya po, baka pwedeng EPM sa inyo po siguro.
Sige. Kung gusto niyo ako i-PM, basta may
Or
time.
magpakilala muna, sir, from your...
Yes, magpakilala muna. Sabihin niyo na I'm from San Fernando, Pampanga and currently weighing 120 pounds. Pakilala kayo na kayo MPA DABSU regular group.
Okay.
Right? Pwede naman. Usually pag hindi ko kayo friend, napupunta yun kadalasan sa spam. Pero sige, I will check my spam para makapag-reply ako. Pero you can ask me of the approval of your topic.
Or siguro mas maganda, sir, sa group chat, no, sir, kasi para hindi magdoble yung title. Baka lang naman, sir, may mga magkapareha
pwede
sa
rin
title.
yun. It's up to you. Pwede yun. Pwedeng sa group chat, pwedeng personal, or pwedeng pumunta kayo rito sa bahay, pwede rin naman.
Bibit-bit na lang ng pagkain, no, sir?
Pwede. Gusto ko yan. Sakto, normal lahat ng laboratories ko, kaya pwede ako sa mga yung mga sisig na masarap. Anyway, so are we done?
Yes po.
Alright, thank you so much. And
Thank
hope
you
to see you
po.
again I will post an announcement if we will have a class next Saturday. But what is important is you should comply first with the requirement, topic identification and review of literature, and try to identify blind spot or blank spot. All right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Noted
Yes,
po.
sir.
Kung wala ng tanong, goodbye everyone.
Thank you po.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
po.
Ingat kayo. Keep
Thank you,
safe.
sir.
God bless po.
God bless you. Punta na ako sa kabilang group ha.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you also. Thank you also. Alright, may mga naiwan pa. Ibig sabihin gusto magpa-group picture. Sige, open your camera. Open your camera and show me what you got. Pwede nyo i-post ang inyong picture sa NBI, wanted, ganun. So, tag dito, wait lang. Mag-accept lang ako. Meron pa pumapasok. Sino kaya ito pumapasok na to? Anong oras na? Tapos na. Ayan. Sige. So, sino magpipicture lang naman ako? Sino may kanya-kanyang picture na lang, ano? Sige. If you have a Facebook, I'm sure you have. Pwede nyo i-post yan sa inyong wall. Okay lang ako ma-expose yung mukha ko sa wall ninyo. Basta wag nyo lang ako ibebenta. At hindi ko kayo kakasuhan ng Data Privacy Act. No? I'm allowing you, I'm giving you the consent to post our group picture in your own FB pages. Itag nyo lang ako kung friend nyo na ako. Kung hindi pa, edi hindi nyo ako matatag. Alright, sige. At the count of 3, show your 32 pieces na ngipin para nakita naka-smile talaga. Alright. Sige, count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Smile. And take a picture, please. Ayan kumuha rin ako ng picture. Narinig nyo yun Nag-click yung aking camera. Ibebenta ko kayo sa Japan. Marami naghahanap doon. Mga entertainer daw. Alright. So, meron pa kayong katanungan? Meron pa kayong katanungan? Dr. Lydia, may katanungan ka pa?
Good afternoon, sir. Mag-PPM na lang ako. Nahiya ako.
Sus, nahiya pa dito. Okay lang naman.
Mag-PPM na lang ako.
Miss Jamil.
Nan po, wala naman po.
Nan, Jericho.
Wala po.
Walang question na ba? Ibig sabihin maliwanag talaga lahat Raymond, ikaw ba yung nagtatanong kanina na maingay ang background?
Opo, sir. Ay, Doc po pala. Wala na po, Doc. Ipapaano ko na lang. Check ko na lang po sa inyo sa FB nyo kapag po. May nagawa na po ulit akong RBTV.
Alright, sige. Kung wala nang tanong, maraming salamat sa inyo lahat. Keep safe and God bless everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you po.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Ingat kayo.